Jamaica's 2025 general election will be anything but ordinary. With the country at a critical juncture, the stakes have never been higher. This election is not just about choosing a government. It's about defining Jamaica's path forward. As of now, the governing Jamaica Labour Party, JLP, appears poised to secure an unprecedented third consecutive term, a feat that would cement their place in political history. But the opposition, People's National Party, PNP, is far from out of the race. If they can sharpen their focus and present a clear, compelling alternative, they have every chance of turning the tide. Let's explore the dynamics that favor the JLP and what the PNP must do to prevent a historic defeat. Why the JLP looks set to continue. Economic track record, a winning hand. Jamaicans vote with their wallets, and the JLP has played its economic cards masterfully. Over the past 2 terms, the government has reduced the national debt, achieved historic lows in unemployment, and implemented sweeping infrastructure projects. These accomplishments are not just abstract achievements. They have real-world impacts. The doubling of the minimum wage and public sector salary increases resonate deeply with ordinary citizens. Coupled with visible development in roads, bridges, and utilities, the JLP's message is clear. They deliver results. Prime Minister Andrew Holness is acutely aware of voter priorities. His administration has pivoted to addressing the rising cost of living, promising measures to cut electricity costs and provide support to vulnerable groups. This shift in focus directly appeals to Jamaicans struggling with economic pressures, reinforcing the party's reputation as competent and responsive. Youth engagement, securing the future. Young voters have historically been a wild card in Jamaican elections, but the JLP has managed to capture their loyalty. With initiatives such as tuition-free skills training, transport subsidies, and financial stipends, the party has crafted a youth-focused agenda that speaks to the aspirations of the 18 to 25 demographics. Their dominance on social media platforms further cements their connection with younger voters, a critical factor in an increasingly digital political landscape. However, the youth vote is not guaranteed. Unemployment among young people remains stubbornly high, creating an opening for the PNP to step in with targeted policies and programs. The question is whether the opposition can seize this opportunity. Women voters, a pillar of support. Women have consistently turned out in higher numbers than men in Jamaican elections, and the JLP's policies have largely resonated with this demographic. Programs that support small businesses, community development, and family welfare have strengthened their appeal among female voters. If the JLP continues to address the needs of women, particularly those balancing economic and family responsibilities, they will retain this critical voting bloc. The crime conundrum: progress amid challenges. Crime remains a persistent issue, casting a shadow over any government's record. While the JLP has made strides, introducing technology-driven policing and expanding security infrastructure, violent crime continues to plague the nation. A 14% reduction in serious crimes and an 18% drop in murders last year, as touted by the Prime Minister, show progress but fall short of transforming public perception. Here lies a vulnerability that the PNP can exploit, provided they present a credible and actionable plan to tackle Jamaica's crime problem. What the PNP must do to win. Clarify the vision. The PNP's greatest challenge is its lack of a clear, compelling agenda. Criticizing the JLP's shortcomings will not suffice. Jamaicans want to know, what does the PNP stand for? What will they do differently? Mark Golding, the party's leader, has offered glimpses of a vision, pledging to fight corruption, improve healthcare, and reduce crime. But these ideas need to be fleshed out and communicated with precision and passion. Attack where it hurts. The JLP's weaknesses are not insurmountable. Rising inequality, persistent crime, and the challenges of youth unemployment are fertile ground for the PNP to cultivate support. But their attacks must go beyond rhetoric. They need concrete, innovative solutions that resonate with voters. For instance, proposing a comprehensive youth employment strategy or a bold plan to modernize Jamaica's healthcare system could galvanize support. Engage the digital space. In the digital era, a weak online presence is a fatal flaw, and the PNP's is glaringly inadequate. The JLP's digital dominance has allowed them to control the narrative, leaving the PNP struggling to catch up. To win over younger, tech-savvy voters, the opposition must invest in a robust digital strategy. This includes everything from targeted social media campaigns to engaging content that highlights their vision and critiques the JLP's record. Win back women's trust. Women's votes are pivotal, and the PNP has significant ground to make up. Addressing issues like childcare, gender-based violence, and economic empowerment could help them regain traction with this crucial demographic. Programs tailored to single mothers and small business owners could be huge game changers. Bonus insights. Number 1. Historical precedent. The PNP itself achieved 3 consecutive terms under P.J. Patterson, proving that voters can be persuaded to defy tradition if the vision is compelling enough. Number 2. Turnout trends. With voter turnout at a historic low of 37% in 2020, energizing disillusioned voters could swing the election. Both parties must focus on grassroots mobilization to win the ground game. The 2025 general election is shaping up to be one of Jamaica's most consequential political battles. While the JLP holds the advantage, the PNP has the tools to stage a comeback, but only if they act decisively. The road to Jamaica House is still wide open. Who will walk it? Leave your thoughts in the comments below, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel, Impacting Jamaica, for more in-depth political analysis.